this video of Puddin's Fab Shop, we're gonna fix a couple things on this frame, and then we're gonna get the body of the shoebox that we've been fixing all the rust on set back down on this thing so we can build the floors. So let's get started. So hopefully y'all can hear me pretty good. Neighbors are putting a roof on their house and they are jamming with the radio. I really don't want that in the background of my videos, but I don't have much of a choice right now. So look what showed up the other day. So as you can see, this chassis is looking great. There's not a whole lot we need to do before setting this body on there. I'll show you down here what we have going on. So here you can see there's studs that go into this frame. Right here is an area where one should be, but the nut broke out of there, the one that was from the factory. And there's 3 of them that they marked with arrows for me. So in those 3 locations, we just need to drop a 3/8 nut in there and weld it in, flapper it down, that way it's flush, and that's all we got to do on those. Here at the back of the car, we have a couple brackets for the brake lines that we need to weld on. Up here towards the front, where the old brake lines used to go, we're just going to go ahead and cut off this little rivet and remove this bracket, weld it up and smooth it out. I'm trying to record y'all a video and all I can hear is total eclipse of the heart in the background. Up here at the front, I need to fix where this core support bolts on because someone wallered it out at some point.
Nothing I can say, total eclipse of the heart. Shit, I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark.
As you can see, that nut will just sit down in there. So I'm gonna run this around just to kind of clean some of the rust right off that, or hopefully it don't bubble up into our weld. And then I'll take my little roll lock, clean that metal up, and we'll drop this thing down in there and weld it. Next, I'm gonna grind off these rivets and either weld up or smooth that out however need be. Now to do this, I'm gonna come up with some little kind of sheet metal shield to sit here so I don't hit Chris's brand new brake line and have him pissed at me. Well, just grinding that down will work. So I'll get the passenger side ground down, then I'm gonna hop to the back, weld on those 2 brackets real quick, then we're gonna come up to the front and look at it. So the hole we need to fit on the front, that bracket is actually made out of the same thickness material that we cut off for these little brake brackets or whatever, and it's the same size hole we need. So I flattened this one out, got me a line, about to cut this off. We're gonna set it down on there, line it up with the area that is good, and we'll cut it out, drop this little piece down in, weld it in, and grind it smooth. So I had two reference measurements, one coming off the side to this edge over here that was originally good on the first piece, 1 3/16". It's dead on. And then I put the tape measure up on the bottom side, and at the closest part to the frame where it was good, I actually just put me a little mark on here because it was hard to read because it was so close to the end of the tape, and it's lining up dead on. So that thing is exactly where we need it to be, so I'm gonna weld it in. So now that I have the frame ready, I'm gonna start working at getting this body onto there. I'm not gonna record that real detailed because I already made a video where I pulled the body off. It'll kind of be a reverse process of that, except I'm gonna have to be pretty careful, figure out a way to set the front down. The back we'll be able to control with the crane, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna set this up and time lapse it. And once we get done, I'll go over what it took to get the body back on there.
Perfect.
So some of y'all may notice the toe boards are actually mocked up right now. That's because I forgot to record some little beauty shots of this thing after sitting the body on that day. So I had to get out here now and do it, and I've already made progress on the floor. Well, that went pretty good actually. It took a lot less time than I thought. I was able to use the straps in a way where I could control the front really easy. It wasn't bad at all. You have to be sorry, baby. So what's real cool is these mounts I had to build for the rear body mounts. Check these out. They landed right where they needed to be. Those guys there go to that support there. It's lined right up, so that's pretty awesome. So that's it for this video. Short and sweet. Now the next thing we'll do is start adding the floor back in this thing. We'll get the floor supports in there. Once we get them welded up, and maybe to a point where we cut that bracing out of there, that way we can really get in there and work. But I'm gonna save that for another day. So thanks for coming, checking out the progress on this thing. If you haven't checked out the other videos so far, you can go back and look from when we first got this thing here to tearing it down to repairing the rust along the bottom and everything, all the way up to the point we're at now. Check out some other videos. If you guys want to help me out and support me, just dropping a comment down below helps me a lot. It helps keep my videos relevant. It helps other people get to see them, so I appreciate it when you guys do that. Like, subscribe, share, any of that stuff really helps me, so I appreciate it, guys. You can hop over to Instagram at Puddin's Fab Shop. I try to stay active on there, and I'll be back out here tomorrow to make a new video for you guys where we start adding the floor back in this thing. See y'all.
Are you done?